This is Mardi Gras 2019. Broadcasts live from Hargrove Controls and Automation in downtown Mobile.
Good evening, everybody. We are getting ready to rock you tonight with the Order of Inca. That's a little hit as to what's to come. You'll figure that out in a few minutes as we take over the balcony down here at Hargrove Controls and Automation. I am Darwin Singleton with NBC 15 today.
And I'm TERRA REEVES with Gulf Coast today.
All right, we've got a good show tonight.
We do, and I'm glad you sort of teased it. But let's talk about last night. We already were open about being best friends, which was perfect for the Order of Polka Dots, which was how we kicked off the 2019 Mardi Gras season.
That was a really good theme last night. I thought the floats were really, really amazing. They talked about everything that was like your besties, you know, who, like not Fred and Ethel. They were married. It was Lucy and Ethel.
Yes.
What were some of the other ones?
Well, we had Minnie and
Mickey.
Daisy Duck.
Oh, that's right.
Yes, and we talked about Mickey and Donald possibly being best friends. My favorite, though, was probably Piglet and Winnie the Pooh. They have the new live-action film that's coming out. I think yours was Moana, because you were acing the
No, that's the part I couldn't say right. Yeah, oh, nice to bring that up again.
Yeah, I had the Blues Brothers, which I butchered.
We were best friends.
Yeah, we were best friends.
All right, well, anyway, we'll still get back together for tonight's parade, which is the Order of Inca, and it's going to be a great one. If you like classic rock and
heavy metal,
that was
psychedelic.
Well, that was my era, the classic rock.
Alrighty.
That was, although I do like current music. All right.
We'll see.
But you still recognized all of these songs that are going to be previewed.
My father was a child of the 70s. My mom was a child of the 80s. So I had to listen, depending on who I was riding with. On the way to school, I was fortunate enough, to listen to the 80s with my mother. And then my dad, anytime back and forth to the ball field or basketball practice, it was all 70s all the time.
Okay, so that gives you a good depth of understanding of why some people get crazy about some of these songs and bands. And it gets into 80s too. I mean, you're going to recognize all of them. That's what makes these parades so much fun, is you connect with them. And the Inca have a really good parade to do that tonight. They've got 15 floats tonight. You know, they have 400 members, and they have a mega float that's coming. Have you heard about this?
I have not heard about the mega float.
Yeah, it's 50 feet long. It's their new float for this year. They're very excited about it. It holds 36 riders. This is one of their biggest floats, one of the bigger ones in Mobile.
The entire Mobile, yeah.
So this should be good.
You know, Inca also known for possibly being the first crew to throw cups in Mobile during Mardi Gras parades, which is interesting because I remember when I moved out on my own, my entire cabinets full of Mardi Gras cups. So thank you to all of the crews who helped, you know, sort of get me started, because I'm not married, so I wasn't able to register for anything, but I got a lot of free cups.
You should register for cups.
I should.
Yeah, and we'll collect them for you and give them to you at your next housewarming. Yeah, and a lot of people do. These are the treasures you take home, and cups are really good and they're useful. But let me tell you, you do use them throughout the year for all kinds of things. They also hold really good for holding news and screws and nails and things like in your garage.
They do.
They really do. Okay.
I have such an overflow that, yes, they have already made their way out into my garage.
Okay, all right, let's talk about our coverage for the entire season here. And, you know, we're just getting started. Last night, of course, was the Polka Dots and the Order of Inca tonight. Then we take a break, give our crew a rest for the weekend, and then Order of Venus and Order of Many Faces for Monday.
I'm really excited about that. We talked about Game of Thrones earlier. Game of Thrones, the show, how they have the many-face guides. Then we have February 26th, Order of Lachise, and then the 28th, we're going to have the Mystic Stripers. Really fierce striker. They're going to try and throw Peltar faces. They will. Well, okay, you're right.
Okay, yeah, there will be the Order of Many Bruised Faces.
Yes.
All right, and then as we flip our calendar onto future parades, we're gonna, there it is, Crew of Columbus, and they've got some arms on them too. So I'll say that. And then, of course, Saturday, the Mystics of Time.
And we're really excited. Darwin, you're going to be absent.
I will be absent because I MC a ball over in New Orleans, so I will not be here because I have to give them a little bit of my love, but not all of it.
Yeah, we get most of it. You'll be here in spirit.
And then I'll be here for the Mardi Gras.
March 4th, yeah. Infant Mystics and Order of Doves. Yeah.
Then our PMI coverage on Fat Tuesday is like 4 hours long from 10 until 2. But, you know, I start that really early at Panini Pete's with the Jukebox Brass Band, me and Megan Gannon for the morning show. We get there and we have a great time eating their delicious beignets. And then we come down here. We do our coverage for NBC 15 for 4 hours with all those great parade lineups. And then on UTV 44, we will have the Mamga Parade that afternoon. So that is our lineup. It's always a big endeavor, and we're exhausted when it's done.
We are.
But we have a great time.
We
though.
sure do. I was going to say, they say you'll never work a day in your life if you do what you love. I know that Mr. Mardi Gras Darwin Singleton loves this time of the year. I love it because he makes it so much fun. Honestly, I was like panicking my first year of coverage, and
He does
Darwin
such a
just
great
like
job.
took the
We
ship
have
and
fun.
rolled with it because he knows everything there is to know about
I'm
Mardi Gras.
taking 3 days off after this is over.
He needs it.
So I can dig holes in my
The man
garden.
doesn't sleep during Mardi Gras because, of course, he hosts the morning show, and then he's hanging out late at night with me.
I went home and slept for about an hour and a half today. I promise you
He
that.
needed it,
But,
yeah.
but sometimes you just have to, so you
do.
remain fresh and
He
excited.
needs his beauty rest. Yeah.
Yes, can't you
Because
see?
Look how good he looks. Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, okay. Our director's saying, move along. Okay, all right, let's talk about our sponsors tonight. And we can't say enough about the good folks at Navigator Credit Union because they really are stepping up. They're one of our sponsors. And if you do business with Navigator, you stop by, and I'm serious about this, let them know that you appreciate the coverage. That's why we're here. And they have like 5 locations, I think.
Of course, in Mobile, but then, of course, for our people on the Eastern Shore, they have locations in Baldwin County as well, right outside of my neighborhood, as we mentioned yesterday.
And then,
my friend, of course, the Eastern Shore Boot Store, they literally fixed some of my boots that were coming off. The soles of them were disconnecting, but they were my favorites because I love.
No, I totally get that.
I love. You have those certain pieces that you want to wear
Well, not
forever.
only that,
and
when
those
you
are them.
wear boots, and I'm sure the folks at
They're
the
made
boot
for
store
walking.
over there, they are made for walking and marching and whatever. But you know, when you get them broken in, they start fitting like gloves, and you just don't want to let go
I
of those.
know.
But they have new boots too, in case you want to get a new look.
They do. They actually have Shelby Mitchell with 95 KSJ. We're partners with iHeartMedia. She goes over there all the time. Whenever she co-hosts Gulf Coast Today, she always is styling and profiling, and she's like, I got it at the boot store.
Yeah.
So they don't just sell shoes. They sell an array of things.
Okay, so that gives you an idea of, and if you stop in and see them, you be sure to thank them for the coverage too, because that means we can be here next year possibly. We are on the best balcony on Mobile.
Right. Premier spot for anyone who wants to catch a lot of throws, right underneath our coverage of Hargrove Controls and Automations. That's where our balcony is. But anything that the Order of Inca is not able to make up
To the
and
balcony?
hit us
It's
will
yours.
fall down.
It's
yes.
yours.
We
If
have
you're
people
under
that
here.
bring bags. I saw 2 people dressed up as moon pies earlier, and they were literally toting a wagon just ready to fill
Empty
their...
and ready to fill.
Right over here.
Oh, by the way, we were looking at the crowd tonight. I'm sure we can show you some pictures of that right now. We can tell, and Steve Joynt with Mobile Mask, we'll be talking to him in a few minutes. He's our guest. He also tweeted out, and I did too, that when we see a crowd here at this location getting this big this early, we know that it is going to be a big crowd along the parade route, all along the parade route. This is going to be a great parade tonight. The weather's holding off. Here comes some of our law enforcement. I noticed this when the motorcycle police rode by a little while ago, and I guess because we've had so much tragedy in our police department lately, everybody applauding.
Yes.
That was so cool.
Yeah.
That's so cool. So we're ready tonight. The crowd's going to be good tonight, and if you can't be here, you are here now with us.
Yeah, and then really briefly, we're going to have Frankie with Roosters. You mentioned your guest, and then my other guest,
yeah.
Lauren Murphy. She's going to be playing some tunes for us so we can get in the Mardi Gras vibe.
Food and music and Mardi Gras history with Steve Joynt from Mobile Mask. We've got it all coming up. So you don't want to go anywhere. You might go get yourself a refreshing beverage or something. Hang with us. We're getting ready for Mardi Gras 2019 with the Order of Inca. We are back with the Order of Inca as we celebrate Mardi Gras 2019, the season down here in downtown Mobile. The man with the bigger hat than me. That is not allowed, you know, on this balcony, but I'm letting you slide this time.
I've noticed a little envy on your part.
Steve Joynt, Mobile Mask, and if you have not had a chance to pick up a copy of the Mobile Mask, you need to do so.
There's still plenty of time.
There is still plenty of time. This is the latest edition of it, and Steve, this is kind of the quintessential booklet for all things Mobile Mardi Gras. It's got parade information in here, but it's got a lot of really interesting stories. What did you focus on this year?
Well,
A little
there's
bit of everything.
Yeah, there's a number of stories. The history story, I took a look at the whole 1703 controversy.
Oh, much controversy about the history. Yeah, but that's okay. That's good. We like to, it's been a real point of controversy about who really started Mardi Gras. When did it really start? Was the Caballo de Racan movement at the time really the beginning of Mardi Gras? Was it something else? So there's a lot of debate, but I like people debating Mardi Gras.
Sure.
It's a good subject.
Sure. I mean, it means we're learning along the way. I mean, I learned an awful lot about how the Gulf Coast was first explored and first settled.
Has everything to do
I learned
with that.
a bunch of stuff I didn't know.
But also, I put together some pictures I took from your Facebook page and from Mobile Mask Magazine. No, they're all good. And we just wanted to pop a few of them on here so you could get an idea of what you're going to see in the mask this year. And the website, too, is very useful. I really enjoyed it. But how long have you been doing this?
The Nappy Winning website, by the way.
By the way, and it's a good website because it's number one, it just looks good. And number two, it's got content we can use. So
that's the objective.
You're an old newspaper guy. You decided...
old being the operative word.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you've been in the business a long time. You're an old newspaper guy.
And I'm old.
Yeah. No, you're older. There's a difference. Oh, by the way, what is that?
Oh, that's a bladder. That's a disgusting...
Pig bladder or cow bladder?
No, that's a cow. That's a cow bladder from KOR.
Okay, and you'll be seeing those if you're new to Mardi Gras as we get further into some of the parades. You'll see those. And there's, of course, our friend Rooster in the proclamation the mayor put out. So,
that's right.
So really, when you go on there, you're going to see a little bit of everything. I think this is a good sample to find out if you're new to the area, you absolutely must pick this up.
Sure, and we've built Mobile Masks so that once you're in, you got to get all in. You got to get on the Facebook page. You got to go to the website. You got to get the free app. You got to follow us.
You got a free app?
We got a free app, Mobile Mask app. We've had it for like 3 years now. Where have you been?
I've got you. I don't have to have an app. I'm sorry, but that's great.
And Twitter feed. And we're doing different stuff on all of that, so you got to keep up with all of them to know exactly what's going on at Mardi Gras time.
This was something we needed for years. What year is this?
This is the seventh annual issue. We
because I've been around here for quite a while, and this is something we really need in the city. I want to talk about something that happened this week, and we mentioned it on our news tonight. We lost a historic figure in the Mystics of Time,
right?
Eddie Olson, and we have some video of him. I interviewed him several times over the years. He passed away at age 94 this week, and unfortunately, we can't hang on to these beautiful people forever.
Right.
Did you have a chance to ever meet Eddie?
I don't think I met Eddie.
Okay, well, let me just tell you.
I met lots of original,
over the years,
members of different organizations, and they're all treasures. I mean, they all have locked away in their heads, exactly how all of this stuff happened. I mean,
and luckily,
we just lost the first Mamga Queen.
And we're going to be, I did a story on her not too long ago, and you did too, and we're going to be showing that a little bit later in our parade coverage as the week goes on, or as our weeks go on. But I guess the thing that strikes me is that all these people, they come from different mystic societies, but they all share this passion and love, not just for Mardi Gras, but for the city they represent and the people that they rub elbows with. It is the heart and soul and part of the recipe that is Mobile.
If somebody asked me, if somebody said, quick, I need to come up with 20 awesome ambassadors for the city of Mobile and, take them to Topeka or something, where would I find them? And I would say, look at the upper echelons of some of these organizations, because these people not only love Mobile, they're very knowledgeable about the city and its history and how it works and so on.
And Mardi Gras and the history of Mobile are inseparable. Okay, we're going to talk about the parade coming up a little bit later, but right now, we have an entertainment balcony here. Steve, we've been doing this for a long time. We love our music and our food. TERRA REEVES.
Heck yeah.
TERRA REEVES is on the other end of the balcony for our entertainment. TERRA, take it away.
I sure am, Darwin, and I'm joined with the lovely Lauren Murphy. And Lauren's no stranger to Mardi Gras. She was here last year, and we're so excited to bring her back. And you have some new things going on in the music world. Talk about your new record, and I understand lyrically a lot of things have been coming together.
It's amazing, Tara. I haven't been this excited about a record in a long time. My band, the Psychedelics, a local-based band. We've got John Cochran on guitar, Winter Baines on drums, and John Kyler on bass and background vocals. We're going to be recording at Dauphin Street Sound here in April, and I'm bringing out a good, dear friend of mine from California, Mark Karen, who was in the first post-Jerry Garcia incarnation of the Grateful Dead, Rat Dog, and the other ones. He's going to produce our record out here. I'm tickled.
Yeah, and we're so excited that you're using the local Dauphin Street sounds. Let's talk about some of the inspiration that you get, because you're so inspiring. If you follow Lauren on social media, on Instagram, you're really fun to follow. Where have you gotten some of your inspiration for this new record?
Well, it was kind of a long journey, but long story short, I did lose my husband about 5.5 years ago. Trying to find my center after that was a big battle. And I fell back towards the teachings of Ram Dass and Wavy Gravy from the Hog Farm. These are two hippies with great educations. Ram Dass was Richard Alpert, went to Harvard, a doctor. And the psychedelios is our mantra. Psychedelics are the name of our band. When you Google that, you're going to hear a lot of other stuff. But it's really from the Greek root of psychedelios, meaning manifest your mind. I think, therefore I am. I think positive. I want to give a positive message back. This time of man, there's so much hurt and so much divisiveness, and I just want the music to bring people together, and I think we finally got the outfit to do that, so I'm excited.
And we're excited to hear you play, so go ahead and take it away, Lauren.
Thank you. This is a new song off the record, pardon me, and it's called Give In to Love. Harmony, yeah. Overcome. Rise above. Yeah, and give in to love. Be in harmony with the ways of heaven. Overcome disintegration. We got to rise above. Stop the push and shove and give in to love, love, love. Let the walls dissolve between dark and light. Everything is love. Everything is alive. Raise your voice. Feel so high. We can love if we try. We gotta get together. Yeah, gotta forgive and let live. Got to rise above. Stop the push and shove. Give in to love, love, love. Yeah, give it up, give in. Give it up, give in, yeah, love, give it up, give in, oh, yeah. Yeah, don't get tripped up on the wheel of confusion or suffer from self-delusion. Be grateful, not hateful, stay faithful to love, 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 and live in harmony with the ways of heaven. Overcome disintegration. Yeah, you gotta rise above. Stop the push and shove and give in to love, 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 and live in harmony. Yeah, give it up, give in. Oh, love, give it up, give in. Yeah, to love, give it up, give in. Give in to love. Yeah. I say, honey, what you do? Honey, say, Booker, more than you. Booker, say, honey, do your thing. I sold my soul so you can sing. Hey, mister, can you spare a dime? Oh, sister, I'm a living on borrowed time. We're in the same bread line. The curtain call, yeah. It's your walls and mine.
The lovely Lauren Murphy, and she'll be back a little bit later on in our show. But right now we're getting ready in a few minutes to talk with the folks from Hargrove, where you know we're on their balcony, Hargrove Controls and Automation. They do a lot of good for the community. We're going to be talking to them about that in just a few minutes, and some delicious food as we get ready to roll with the Incas. Darren?
We sure do. You don't want to miss this. We have Frankie with Roosters and special guest Maria. We're talking paleo, we're talking homemade, and we're talking alcohol in just a few minutes. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to UTV 44, our coverage of the Order of Inca. Of course, we're going to have a lot of candy and a lot of moon pies tonight, but I'm sitting right behind something that tastes a little bit better. Of course, Frankie and Maria with Roosters. And Frankie, for all of our friends who are participating in Ash Wednesday, and we kind of have to set aside some of the foods that we maybe want to eat, but we're not supposed to, you guys have a great alternative for that at Roosters.
Yeah, this is something we have on the menu. We introduced almost a year ago. We call it the Paleo Plate. And what it is, it's a plate of our slaw, our grilled veggies, some pickled onions, some avocado, a chimichurri sauce, and then you get to choose a protein with it. So in this case, we have brisket. We also have mahi-mahi fish. We have shrimp. We have steak. We have chicken, pork, or more veggies if you're vegetarian. So it's a great meal if you're trying to watch the carbs, you're trying to watch the heavy stuff, and even if you're not, if you just want to get lunch but not feel tired afterwards, a lot of times the heavier stuff, the breads and stuff, will kind of make you feel tired. This you can eat, you can kill this at lunch, clean your plate, and go back to work not feeling like heavy, weight down, So it's been really popular. I added it to the menu thinking that there would maybe be, a few people on diets might order it. It has become one of our #1 sellers. People love it. So.
And for anyone who's still on that road for their New Year's resolution, you can keep within your resolution by ordering the Paleo Plate at Roosters. And what I love even more than the amount of things you guys offer is that everything is homemade, including the tortillas, which is something I order every time I go to Roosters.
Yeah, our tacos are special. I mean, we make our own homemade corn tortillas every morning. It's a labor of love. It takes a lot of work. We do, on average, average about 200 a day. So I mean, that's a lot of tortillas to make. We invested in a machine this past year, so we have a machine that rolls them out now. But we make the dough. We put a little bit of turmeric in them to give them that nice yellow color, and a little bit healthier too. But then we can fill it with maybe unhealthy stuff. Here we have carnitas pork, which is like fried crispy pork. With pickled onions and a jalapeno sauce. We have mahi-mahi fish. We have veggies, more veggies. So these are veggie tacos. And then, we have Cuban sandwiches. We're not just healthy. We like the unhealthy stuff too. So this is our slow-cooked pork with ham, Swiss cheese, our own homemade pickles, and mustard pressed on a grill. That's really popular too.
And what I also love, beside the food being phenomenal, the location and the ambiance. So if you've never been to Roosters, one of my favorite things to do, they bring your bill back inside of like children's books that you can write inside of. So it's like a fun atmosphere to hang, a great location, and they even have happy hours. So there's no reason you shouldn't go to Roosters every day during Mardi Gras.
Every day. Every single day.
So where are you guys located?
Oh, we're at 211 Dolphin Street. Everybody knows where the Peanut Shop is in downtown Mobile. They are our neighbors. We're right next to the Peanut Shop. We're also right across the street from the Crescent Theater. We're right in between Bienville Square and Cathedral Square. I mean, it's ground zero for Mardi Gras. I mean, we're right in the heart of it.
And then we have to, of course, introduce our other special guest. We have Maria, who's the daughter of Frankie. Maria, as someone who gets to eat at Roosters, fortunately, every day that you want to, what would you say is your favorite thing on the menu?
The nachos.
All right, we'll have to get Dad to bring those next time. All right, Darwin, over to you.
I love the fact Maria told us earlier she wants to be someday. We asked her what she wanted to do when she grew up. She says be on Saturday Night Live. Good. We look forward to seeing it. Okay. You know, we talk about where we are all the time. We are on Hargrove Control and Automation's balcony, and it's right across from Government Plaza. We love being here. We love talking about Hargrove and Associates, but you guys are a part of Hargrove that a lot of people may not know about. This is Steve McClure and also Cole Lideker, and there is a philanthropic portion to Hargrove and Associates. I want to start with Steve. Steve, you have a foundation. What does that foundation do?
That foundation gives our teammates an avenue where they can contribute to causes where they get to decide where the money goes.
Okay. So really, you're asking them to say, hey, what's your passion?
Correct.
What do you love enough that you would spend your time and effort and I guess it's a matching thing. It's not just money.
Right.
So how does that work?
Well, and when you speak of matching, Hargrove actually gives dollar for dollar. They match every dollar that the teammates contribute.
Oh, wow.
And then they provide means for us to help with other types of services.
Now, you were telling me, too, it's not just your teammates that get involved in the foundation. There's some just general folks out in the community that have good ideas and efforts. So how does that work?
Well, we give money to support a lot of STEM education.
Oh, that's good. That benefits you guys, too, because you're enriching education, which benefits this company, which is based on engineering, if you're not familiar with Hargrove.
Best Robotics, the Explorium, Mobile Baykeepers Swamp Program, University of South Alabama.
Thank you. I mean, those are really all good causes. Yes. I didn't know you guys extended all the way out into the community, and an internal project called the Hat Project, and that is where Cole comes in. Cole, the Hat Project, it sounds like hats, like you're making crazy marketing, but not so.
Yeah, it's Hargrove Adaptive Toy Project.
Adaptive toy. What is that?
Yeah, well, we take off-the-shelf toy cars and we modify them for handicapped kids to hopefully qualify them for electric wheelchairs.
So, and that's really interesting because you have to use your engineering skills because not every child's the same, right?
Right. Some require just a joystick, some require head buttons.
So if they can master that car, that toy that isn't intimidating to them, right? If they can master that and show some skill, that could qualify them.
Right. We actually had a girl last fall qualify for electric wheelchair. Emma is her name.
Oh, wow. That's huge. And that means somebody is mobile. That means mobility for a child. That when you're mobile, you can grow into this productive human being that's happy with yourself and a part of the community. So that's a big deal.
Right.
All right. Wow. So this is, how long has this been going on? Because I know Hargrove's been around a while.
2011
is when you guys started the foundation.
Right.
Okay, and the Hat Project?
2016.
Oh, so that's still fairly new.
Yeah.
I know we talked about it last year and the year before.
Right. We've had 10 cars so far.
10 cars? Okay, I'd love to see what they look like. Next year, maybe you could bring us an example. That would be cool.
Yeah,
some pictures.
Love to.
I don't know why I didn't think about that this year, but next year, let's do that. And if somebody wants to get in touch with the Hargrove Foundation?
The HargroveFoundation.org.
It's that simple?
Yes.
Okay, very good. And by the way, we want to once again thank you for letting us use this facility. I mean, this is the best balcony in town. Do you guys ever just come up here and hang out? I'm just curious. This balcony, do you ever just come up here and hang out on a...
I haven't.
You haven't?
This is not our main. We're from the other part of campus.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Now, see, how many buildings do you have downtown?
Just two.
Just two, and the other one's over on Royal Street.
South Royal Street.
By the way, now that used to be, didn't that used to be a dime store or something, or a Crest?
The Neisner and the Crest.
Okay, you guys did an amazing job, and every time I walk by it, I just love what you've done with it. It's really a great installation on Royal Street. Okay, we're going to toss back to Tara because she still has some deliciousness over at the other end. It just makes me want to run over there and sample some of that, which I plan to do after this is all over.
Okay. All right, Darwin, we are about to talk about some of the alcohol. Of course, it wouldn't be Mardi Gras without a couple of drinks. So talk about, we briefly mentioned happy hour before. What is your happy hour special that you guys offer at Roosters?
Monday through Friday, it's 3 to 6. And it also includes tacos. It's $1 off tacos, and it's $2 off all alcohol. That's margaritas, beer, wine, all of that. Yeah.
And then we also talked about you guys making things fresh every single day. We didn't really talk much about the salsa and guacamole. I'm assuming that you guys make that as well.
Oh yeah, every single day, multiple times a day we make guacamole, and it makes a huge difference. I mean, and it's a labor of love once again, because I mean the avocados, if anybody buys avocados at the store, you know how finicky they are. Oh my gosh, like, it's like we get cases in, it's like, oh, they might be ripe, they might not be ripe. To catch an avocado at the perfect time it's a delicate balance. So that's something we do every day. We fight that fight for you.
And we asked Maria what her favorite thing was on the menu. We didn't ask you, what do you think your favorite thing on the menu is?
It changes. I don't know. Tacos, I can always eat the taco. And I've still not, we've been open 2 years now. I've not got tired of tacos. I still love tacos. I love stuff like the paleo plate. I kind of like modify it a little bit. I'll like just put a bunch of slaw in a bowl and put we do jerk chicken, like Caribbean style jerk chicken. I'll put jerk chicken on it with we make a habanero barbecue sauce. I'll put that on it and like some like pickled jalapenos, and I don't know, that would be like my middle of the afternoon, like quick, like sitting in my office, like quick lunch. Like once again, it doesn't weigh me down, it fills me up, but I can keep working. And
awesome. Well, we're excited. We're going to take a salsa break, but don't go anywhere, because when we get back, the order of Inca is rolling through.
All right, we're back at the broadcast balcony. TERRA Reeves, Darwin Singleton, and Steve Joynt of Mobile, Mass. joining us with his insights of tonight's parade, and just Mardi Gras in general.
Just my blah blah.
Yeah, your blah blah.
I'm here for my blah blah.
Well, and you know what? Blah blah is exactly what we do up here.
Yeah,
We're
man.
not dodging things. So actually, the reason why we put you up here is because we need somebody as a buffer between us and them. Sorry to break the news to you, but yeah, you're here is actually just padding to keep us from being hit in the face.
Yeah, I hate to tell you, but they love hitting me.
Do they?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well, then we
I'm not usually up here with the elites. I'm usually down there with the folks.
With the folks.
And they are smacking me pretty good.
You're about
usually.
to see what elites are like up here. Okay, we want to talk about our sponsors here, and we just cannot say enough about Navigator Credit Union. I've worked with them with the Spirit of Giving campaign at NBC 15. They have 5 branches in Mobile and Baldwin County.
Yeah, and then also the Eastern Shore Boot Store, very helpful if you have some boots that are made for walk-in that aren't walkable anymore. And then, of course,
new stuff.
Yeah,
oh, they
new
got
stuff.
some great stuff.
New stuff.
And so we want you to stop by and tell those people how much you love them, because they brought you these parades. And Hargrove Controls and Automation, of course, we just talked about them for letting us be here. All right, we've got the crowd ready. And Steve, we were talking earlier that we think it's going to be a big crowd tonight when it's all said and done, because of the early crowd we had.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's my guess. I was, we went to our usual parking area, and it was already parked up.
Already full? Yeah.
Already parked up. We were shocked.
That's, well, and we've had some really big parades. Last weekend was gangbusters, wasn't
yes,
it?
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, this morning when I was rolling up around 4:30, there were already chairs lined up claiming spots for this parade that wasn't supposed to roll until 6:30.
Well, I was Grand Marshal of the Pharaohs Parade on Saturday night.
How did that? There was a big crowd at that, wasn't it?
It was 100,000.
Holy cow! And that's a big deal for them, isn't it?
And when I finished, I said, if this is not 100,000 people, I don't want to see 100,000 people.
And you nailed it. No, and it was good weather too. People are ready for parades. In fact, that's a good thing, because we got one getting ready to roll here. The theme. This is the 63rd year for this parade for the Order of Inca, and watch for the mega float. Which one is it? I forgot, but it's 50 feet long. This is a big float that they got this year. The theme, TERRA?
Yeah, We Will Rock You. It's actually the song that we used to play before all of my softball games, and we went undefeated for about 7 years, so we did rock just about everybody. Yeah.
It's great timing, because it's a Queen song.
Yes.
And Bohemian Rhapsody is up for
so many
Oscar
awards.
This
yes.
weekend. Yeah.
Really exciting.
So this is a very timely parade, but you can't go wrong with classic rock. You're going to see stars like Kiss. You're going to hear songs, classics like Stairway to Heaven, Highway to Hell. Okay, we got some good ones here. Pinball Wizard. This is really, okay, I like current music. I like older music. This goes through the whole gamut. So we're going to have a great time tonight.
Yes, and you may want to turn your volume down when I start getting into it. I already promised Darwin I was going to try not to sing the entire broadcast, but I can't make any serious promises.
I will drown you out. That's all right.
We'll just start in on Barracuda.
Barracuda. Yeah. Let's say Ann and Nancy Wilson. Oh, in fact, that's our first float tonight. We'll be seeing that in a few moments. But first, we've got our color guard and the marshals coming through right now. Marshals Mickey McGill, Daryl, Blaine, and Bush Cooper. And our first music tonight is from that, what is the sad clown, Steve? He's such a sad clown with the Olympia Brass Band.
His name is Mike Webster, and he's been doing this for a very long time.
Let's listen. What is his name again?
Mike Webster.
Mike Webster. I need to make a note of that. Every year I'll say, what is that guy's name? Mike Webster, and I knew you'd know. Mike Webster. I'm writing it down.
He goes by Weevo the Clown.
Weevo.
Oh, it's not Webster, it's Weaver. That's right.
Weaver and Weevo the Clown. Okay, that makes sense. Weevo the Clown. I'm writing. I knew if I didn't know it, you would. All right. Here they go. They're already starting.
Here it comes. Here it comes.
Okay.
Wow,
the
I've
emblem.
already caught my first football.
I'll tell you what. The Incas have stepped it up with the lighting. Isn't it beautiful? That is their emblem float. And a beautiful, brilliant foil-wrapped sun. Look at the lights on this float. They've really, like I said, they have stepped it up. It looks great. And the Inca in the middle of the sunburst with his glowing red eyes. TERRA.
Yes, and they actually reached out to us on social media, said that they were going to try to throw and hit us with as many things as possible. So far, so good. What do you think,
We got
Steve?
some nice beads already.
You know, Inca changed float builders 2 years ago. Last year was the first year that they used the Royal Artists, and they have really been making a big change to this group.
Well, Royal Artists, of course, they've got Rex, I believe, which is a premier.
They just announced that they got the Rex Parade in New Orleans.
Yeah, that's the premier
wonderful outfit.
So they've been working on MOTs for years too, I believe. So all right, let's take a look now. Murphy High School Marching Band. Let's listen. From Midtown Mobile. That song out. You are going to sing tonight, aren't you?
I am.
Yeah. And wasn't there another group? Was it the Temptations didn't do that, did they? There's another group that did that. I'm trying to remember right now. I go down memory lane and I just take different directions and I never find my way back.
That's why you write things down.
I've been jotting notes. When you said Weevo the Clown, I was making notes of that. I will always remember that until I forget it. We are watching live the Order of Inca, their 63rd trip down Government Street as they celebrate Mardi Gras 2019. And we are looking for a brand new float. TERRA, we'll know it when we see it. 36 people could ride that float.
Wow.
That's a biggie. What we got coming up here? This is
the Sun Worshippers. This is one of their permanent floats.
Now they're the only ones that let their associate members ride, I believe.
That's yeah. And they've got two. There'll be one after this, the Messengers. But it's a big deal. They have kind of a rivalry between the two floats. They are what you call permanent floats.
Ah.
We get T-shirts. Oh, he's bowing to us. Thank you. And in return, yes.
Oh, wow.
Oh, here comes
Frisbee time.
See, look, now we've been telling people if you stay under the balcony, Steve, you'll go home with riches.
Yeah.
Oh, snap.
You will go home with riches. And yeah, that's our sun worshiper in the back there. And you will, because a lot of the stuff doesn't quite make it up here.
I'm sure that's why people are camped out under your sun lamp.
Absolutely. Under our sun lamps. Yeah, we do go home with a tan at the end of the season, don't we? Yeah.
I bet it gets roasty down
How
there.
do you get a tan at night? All right. Our next band is BRYANT High School. ALMA BRYANT High School from South Mobile County. The Bayou and Irvington and Coden. The Hurricanes are marching tonight.
Word up.
Word up.
That's the name of that song. What's the code word,
Word
Darwin?
up.
It's word up.
Word up.
No matter where you say it, you know that you'll be heard.
Cameo?
Yeah, Cameo, that was it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was racking my brain, too. Once again.
That's
Listen,
my brain's got a lot of
dip
racks in it.
pack.
Yeah.
One of the people that was riding along with Alma Bryant, they had a motorized scooter, and that's the kind of
That's
thing
the way
I'm
you
trying
do
to
it.
do. That's how I do Mardi Gras.
That's the way you
in a
go.
motorized scooter.
Here comes the theme tonight. It's on, now is this a messenger float?
This is the messenger float.
Okay.
It's also their title float. When you see the theme written on the side of the float, that's the title float.
And Steve is sitting here pointing at his face. Like, you know, you're going to
Whoa.
learn, Steve.
Okay.
You're going to learn not to do that in the future, because you will get what you asked for up on this balcony. I promise you that.
He is going to empty out all his ramen noodles before
Oh,
he's
That's
done.
what I was going to say. Connor, who's here, was earlier asking if there was going to be ramen in this parade,
Ramen.
and we can now
Woo,
confirm there's ramen noodles, enough to go around.
You know, as I tell my friends, here comes the whole bag.
No, he's got a whole bag.
Here we
Oh,
go.
my gosh. Boom.
As I tell my
Boom.
friends, this is the only time of the year I eat off the street.
Listen, and they're throwing T-shirts, so not only is my pantry and my cupboards full, but
Your
now my
wardrobe.
closet is growing.
Ooh.
Man.
Barracuda.
Barracuda. Okay, now I have a story. This is of course, a classic by heart. And I was telling Tara, when I was right out of college, I got a chance to see them at Rupp Arena in Lexington. Went downstairs to the bar, the Hyatt later. They came downstairs and sat at the table next to us just to breathe.
Awesome.
We did not approach them because they were tired, but they smiled at us. They were really nice, and what a concert they did. What a concert they did.
And that's how people feel when they see Darwin after a Mardi Gras coverage. They just want to let him breathe. They want to watch
You just get back.
and
Just stay
just
back
be
from
in
a
his
distance.
presence.
Yeah, oh, please. They are throwing some good stuff
They
here,
are.
too. I think I'd like to have a rubber chicken. I wonder if I can order. Oh, look at this.
Nice.
Glowing
Football.
football.
Glowing footballs. These are, he
Wow.
scored touchdown.
So last year we had several of our spotlights bust because they were hit by different
I bet.
objects.
Different things.
Yeah.
But thankfully, our producer Jared went through and put chicken wire over
Oh, he
each
did?
individual light, so as if it does crack, it at least won't shatter into our eyes.
Breaker. Baker High School Marching Band playing Second Line. That's one perfect for tonight. Let's listen. The wonder of West Mobile, that is Baker High School Marching Band. They sound good tonight. And you know, anytime you play second line, that gets you in the mood for a parade, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. And you were a part of a second line earlier today with Mayor Sandy Stimson.
I did. The mayor was doing a second line right across the street, actually, from City Hall out to Mobile Mardi Gras Park. And he had Rooster, the Mardi Gras Loving Dog, with him and leading the way. And then when he got to the park, and Steve, you're familiar with this, he read a proclamation not only to let Rooster roll, but also to give New Orleans, St. Louis, and all the other cities that want to permission to use the party for the birthplace of Mardi Gras.
I can't believe he even bothered mentioning St. Louis.
He did. I know. I was kind of surprised at that, but I think he's just showing him a little love. I mean, he's being generous. But New Orleans, if you're listening, and some of you are watching over there, you now have permission to party. As if you need it, right? It's fun though. It's fun until it isn't.
I read that their Saturday parades. I read this headline: Saturday parades to be moved because of weather, and I'm like, oh gosh,
no, really?
you know, they're going to go from evening to morning or something,
Yeah,
right?
what are you gonna do?
They moved them up an hour.
An hour? They do that over there.
It's
They
like,
do
what
that.
difference is that going to make? Your parades take 4 hours to get through town anyway.
You're right. You're right. Yeah, so you're gonna be
And that's on a
saturated.
good day. 4 hours on a good day.
They must be able to pinpoint their forecast to the minute then, but I'm telling you, we roll over here no matter what. I mean, well, now, if it's a danger to the public, we don't.
That's correct. Thunder and lightning, very frightening.
You know, I have been at parades here. I remember one in particular when I first moved here, because I went to all of them and stood out there, and I was just lost, right? I loved it. I remember going home and having to throw away a suit jacket because it got so wet.
Soaking wet.
Let's just say there wasn't a garment on me that didn't need to be wringed out. It was wet. And they paraded through it. I mean, it was a blinding rain, but no lightning. Very, very frightening. Yes. We are watching the Order of Inca 63rd parade through downtown Mobile, and a crowd has formed here, let me tell you, as we celebrate We Will Rock You. Who do we have here?
Metallica, Enter Sandman.
I just got named. Hey! Whoa! Oh, the footballs. Yeah, the season ain't over. You just thought it was. We're getting peanuts. We're getting beans. We're getting hit.
Oh, man. Pelted.
Oh, you know what? I love it when you throw the peanuts, because I will be eating those later.
And speaking of Metallica, much like Darwin, who's still moving and grooving with his Mardi Gras coverage, Metallica just finished their worldwide tour, brought in $155 million. So they're still doing it, still rocking and rolling.
Still playing Enter Sandman, which of course everybody was in pajamas. That made perfect sense. And that's how I said you're going to get a little bit of everything. Oh, wow. Well, I'll just hold off and won't mention what we're about to see here until we see it. But there you go.
This is Brittany's twirling crew. They are out of, I want to say they're close to Tuscaloosa, if I remember right.
Wow, they come all the way down here.
Yep.
But you know what? Why not? Because the crowd loves them, and not every place has parades like this.
Oh, no, this is exactly the kind of experience that these girls are looking for. So, I mean, the woman, Brittany, who runs this outfit, she loves bringing them down here because, this is like bringing you out on the football field and getting you some experience.
This is the big time for parades, folks. We get used to it around here, but people that aren't from here, they come down here and go, whoa, really? This is amazing. All right, who do you think this is?
Oh.
Who do you think that is? All right, Kiss Army has just arrived in downtown Mobile, courtesy of the Order of Inca. Whoa, there's your cups you wanted. Yeah, I know that would probably fill your cupboard up for a long time. Well, they're with the set. They're with the set.
And this is their rock and roll all night.
All night and party every day.
Yes.
I got the feeling they do. All right, we've got our first adornments. I don't know who he played for, but he was a star on that team.
Yeah, he was.
Oh, I saw these guys today with the mayor when he made his proclamation. The Blowhouse Band coming on strong, and their leader there just can't get enough dancing. Let's listen. Thing about this band, they were high school chums that went on through college and kept going, kept playing, and they have different configurations. Whoever can come back.
Now they're out of college. The first ones are out of college and they're living all over the country, but they still come back. Yeah.
Hey, we want to thank our sponsors, of course. Little notes here going all over the place. Navigator Credit Union with 5 branches in Mobile and Baldwin County. When you go by and see them for your business, tell them thank you for sponsoring our coverage.
Yeah, and then of course the Eastern Shore Boot Store. They not only repair your shoes, but they'll get you some new ones if you want.
Oh.
And they also have accessories, T-shirts, in case you don't catch any here during the Order of Inca. They'll give you some of those as well.
Oh, wow, look at this. Equestrian Chaos.
I was wondering how chaotic this was going to be when I read it on the sheet. And it's pretty chaotic because there's a girl flipping off the side of the horse over there.
Well, she shouldn't be doing that.
I don't think that's how you ride it. But
well, look at
what it looks like when I try and ride
I did that once.
Yeah, Steve,
it wasn't on purpose either.
Yeah, and it went on forever. Hey, and you know, who would ride on the back of a horse like that in a parade? But they must have a lot of confidence in their animals. Order of Inca, more marshals going through right now. And wow, this crowd's getting big, and they're excited. They're screaming. They're asking for throws because they're throwing. This is a really good crowd. Steve, this is going to be a big crowd tonight.
I think so. I think it is going to be right up there. Welcome to the jungle.
Oh, okay.
It took me a minute to figure it out, and I saw jungle.
Yep. Yeah, Guns N' Roses. That is great. These floats are amazing.
Oh, look, I see Slash right in the middle on the bottom there.
Watch out, watch out. Incoming, incoming.
Yes.
Whoa, higher.
Ladies and gentlemen, they're throwing entire bags of Skittles. Skittles!
Those beans hurt.
Yeah, but the Skittles are delicious.
Skittles are awesome.
I'll tell you what, I always tried to select Slash as my character when I played Guitar Hero. I don't know if you guys ever played that.
I have not. I've seen people who are passionate about it. Oh, Baker High School Marching Band. They're on full force tonight. Let's listen to them. Baker High School Marching Band getting some percussion right now. Sometimes they play in front of us, Steve. Sometimes they don't. Oh, I think they're getting ready to play right now.
Yeah.
But
no, I would imagine they show off for y'all.
Well, sometimes I think they just forget they're in front because they play for everybody on the parade route, and sometimes they might just forget that this is the camera spot. But that's okay. We'll get them next time. Here we go, Crazy Train, and somebody correct me.
Oh, wow.
What a great raccoon on that. Whoa, look at that. There we go.
Oh, he threw it. I can't believe he threw it.
That's amazing.
Wow.
That's
usually something that you tease people with through the entire route.
But yeah, hey, if you got to throw it, you're in front of the cameras, right? We're talking about it. So, Crazy Train. Now, isn't that Black Sabbath? I'm trying to remember.
Or Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah. Same thing.
It's when Ozzy went solo.
That's right. That's right.
These kids are extremely excited that are going home with this raccoon.
Oh, wow.
That thing is amazing.
It's huge. Oh.
Will it fit in the car? I don't even know.
I think you'd have to strap it to the hood.
I started saying it will fit on the car.
Strap it to the hood like Mardi Gras Kill.
Yeah.
They might have to field dress this thing.
That's some of the biggest, well, I'm not going to go to roadkill, but that is some of the biggest roadkill that you would possibly have. Because that is one big raccoon. But it's got a smile on his face. I think his fate is well sealed in a nice home somewhere. All right, we got a little stroll going here, the Mighty Marching Cougars. And correct me if I'm wrong, and please do because everyone else does, isn't this the city rec band, the Marching Cougars, or is this a high school band? We have a rec band in the city.
We do have a rec band. This is the Cougars, which is David Sank's band.
That's right. That's right. They have to audition to get in this.
All of these are after school, trying to get kids to work on their schoolwork and get good enough to get into the high school band.
So we really support this effort. It's a great idea. And plus they're just good. They get into it. That's one thing we do love doing here is putting everybody's kids on TV. That's the one thing that makes these parades so important. It's not a bunch of folks coming in and doing a parade. This is Mobile doing a parade.
Right.
All these parades, this is us. This is us, to quote an NBC show.
Right.
Yes.
And I can't tell you how many times, I'll be standing on the barricade and shooting pictures and whatnot, and a band will come up and suddenly people come running up to the barricades because they know people in the band.
Oh, yeah.
And I want to tell them, don't do that. They're not supposed to look at you.
That's right. They're supposed to keep their eyes
You're going to get them in trouble.
But that's a big part of this is you come to see Mobile when you come to see a Mardi Gras parade here.
Absolutely.
Oh, okay. Now this one is near and dear to my heart. I'm not going to tell you who it is until it gets here, but I love this band from the 80s. Talking Heads, Burning Down the House. One of my favorite bands of all time.
Mine too.
I probably should have been 70s oriented, but 80s is really kind of my era for music. I don't know why, but this band, fantastic. What a great interpretation. The house is on fire. The house is on fire.
Yep.
Burning down the house.
I saw Talking Heads during their Stop Making Sense tour.
Oh, what a great time to see them.
Awesome. And I was shooting it too, so I was right up front.
Oh, what a great band, David Byrne, and I mean they were just the way back then in the 80s, and he did a lot of film scores too.
They were one of my three favorites in the 80s.
Who's the two others?
Police and Dire Straits.
Oh yes, Brothers in Arms, The Cure. See what happens when you watch a parade like this? You start...
Get you talking.
Yeah, it does. Magnolia Breeze Youth Ensemble, as they are proud to be here today, and I'm sure there's some proud parents in the audience as well, giving them a chance to shine tonight on the parade route. The Incas celebrating 63 years in downtown Mobile. We will rock you, the theme.
And they really are rocking us. We have a lot of throws to prove it. And they've knocked over several of our decorations.
It's a mess right now. I'm wondering this one coming up. I'm not sure, but keep an eye out for this one. This might be the new Super Float. I'm not sure. It may not be.
Doesn't look like it to me.
I'm trying to find my notes on that. Talk amongst yourselves while I look.
That's a lot of folks here tonight.
It is.
Really are. Especially across the street. I don't know. Is it us?
No, I really believe there's that big of a crowd here.
Darwin for president.
What?
Look at that. Look at that. Darwin for president.
Let me say, if I'm elected, I will not serve. Oh, by the way, all right, Jimi Hendrix here.
The Voodoo Dogs.
Yes.
There you go.
Excellent. Jimi Hendrix doing Voodoo Child.
Oh,
That is a great float. Jimi Hendrix with his arms outstretched. Looking good.
Oh, man. Ow, that was a tough one. He's good. Watch out. He's good.
Those beads, those big beads, they'll fly. They hurt when they hit. Now, I've just been throwing this thing. I'm not sure what it is. I'm going to look at this later. Looks like a little torpedo.
Football, rocket
it's got these little things on
I
it.
don't know what the buttons do. You might change the space-time continuum if you do that.
Oh, you're right. I probably shouldn't mess with it.
It's a flux capacitor
it looks
or something.
way too... Oh, we'll go back to the future. That, which, by the way, was a float. Was that last year or year before last? Back to the Future.
It was last year.
It was, wasn't it?
Yes.
I thought I recognized it. By the way,
LeFlore High School.
by the way, do I still have a left eye? I'm
You
just
do,
gonna, okay,
yeah.
all right, just check it because it's
Those
telling.
blue ones are coming in.
It's telling me it's here. All right,
We're breaking, Steven.
the Rattlers from LeFlore. Hopefully they'll play for us. Oh, the stopping. Maybe they will. They know this is the show space right here. LeFlore Rattlers. I love the colors, the orange and green. It's something you don't see very often. It looks really good. I think they're going to let us have it. They're going to let us have it. Here we go. LeFlore High School Marching Band. At that moment. That was great. Of course, I didn't get my camera up in time to get the movie I wanted. That was brilliant, you guys. LeFlore always delivers. Thank you for that little show. What I'm talking about.
That kind of reminded me of the graduation scene in Stripes. Dazzle, dazzle.
And they did. Oh, okay.
Yes.
Behind us here.
All of this.
What you see down right there, that was on the broadcast table. Not anymore. Oh, geez, it's a mess. But that's all right. We knew it was going to happen.
We did.
We are back in black. Black and blue, almost. AC/DC.
And we've got, it's all done in glow lights.
Oh, nice.
So it's like black light effect.
Oh, you're right. Who didn't, Steve, have black lights in their walls,
absolutely.
right?
I had black light posters all over the place.
Everybody did. It was the way of our people.
Yeah, you know, interesting fact about AC/DC, people wonder what it stands for. So actually, Malcolm and Angus Young, they named the band after their sister saw an AC/DC symbol on a sewing machine.
Are you
They
serious?
thought it was a cool name for a band, so technically it means alternating current and direct current.
And so I guess that was a sewing machine that could go, well, either way with alternating current or with battery
With
power.
batteries,
or
right.
out of the
Yeah,
wall.
that's what it means.
How about that? Excelsior Band, 1883. Yeah, they know what it's all about. They put out a lot of music for such a small bunch of guys, don't
Oh, yeah.
they? And they sound magnificent.
I saw them earlier today at a kids parade.
They're everywhere.
They always go to the Mystics of Ashland Place.
Oh, that's right. That was today, wasn't it? Okay. Oh,
Whoa.
Stairway to Heaven. Highway to Hell is the name of this float.
Oh,
Yeah.
we may go to heaven.
I'm sorry to say.
Before this is
I
over.
think I know which end we're
Oh.
on, actually. No. I will have to put a bag of Skittles over my face. Oh.
Woo, man.
Man, that was rough. I just surrender. I just run to the back here.
They're all hung on my...
Of course, there is no back here. I mean, there's a wall right behind us, so I have learned to cower.
I got to tell you, I've been noticing, I don't know if we can shoot this maybe on the next one, but a lot of these floats, very elaborate stuff on the back of them. You don't see that very
you're
often.
right.
Yes.
But these particular floats, there have been some really neat designs on the back.
Yeah, they have the highway there.
It's like a parting shot. All right. Collect myself here. BC Rain High School Marching Band. I don't think it's BC Rain either. That's not their colors.
Is that Viger?
It looks like Viger.
Okay, you're right. It is
There's
Viger.
a wolf there on the back.
You're right. We had a little discrepancy here. Viger, let's listen. just found another package of ramen noodles in the bunting here. Nothing escapes her eye when it comes to food. I don't know how you stay so thin, because food is always on your mind. It's your metabolism.
We may have another giant stuffed animal rush during this next float.
Oh, you're right. Oh, Inca loves 44.
Hey.
UTV 44. Yes, yes. We love you too, man. And as long as you're holding that piece of paper, you can't hit me with anything. Bravo. Well done. Well done.
Have we mentioned which float this is?
Yeah, Pinball Wizard.
Pinball Wizard.
We missed it. The Who.
How do you think he does it? I don't know.
I don't know.
Or
What makes him so
Elton
good?
John.
Or the Tina Turner. Remember, she was the Acid Queen.
She was the acid queen.
Oh,
Right.
I saw that when I was in high school, and that was a game changer. That
I
movie
agree.
was
The
amazing.
movie. It was very cool movie.
Amazing movie, and if you haven't seen it, Netflix, check it out. It's really good. All right, you are watching, once again, if you just joined us, the 63rd running of the Order of Inca. What a great parade this has been, and we still have more to go. This is the associate float. Remember I said they allow their associates to ride? Not all organizations will. They're the only ones that do. And they can throw, too.
Nice
This is where they practice to get to the other float.
Yes.
That's a really nice associate float. I mean, that is beautiful. City of Mobile in the background. A fleur-de-lis on the back. And a stuffed animal. That goes to, yes, give it to the lovely lady. You've won the prize. That was a stuffed tiger, I believe. Yes, it was. It's over there. We'll make sure you get it. Love the lights on that float.
Oh, yeah.
They do a great
Looks like
job.
fireworks.
And here's a second associate float. You know, this is encouraging because some people wait for years and years and years to get a chance to ride. Inca gives a few more spaces to the people who are working their way up in the organization, because a lot of times they do a lot of the back-breaking work. Yes.
It's kind of like the underclassmen in a crew.
Yes.
You're throwing like a bunch of associates.
What are you doing? Are you taunting them? What's wrong with you?
We're not inviting Steve back.
No, this is too dangerous. Wow. Yes. Oh, wow. He went over the balcony.
He did.
That's an overthrow right there.
Yeah,
That's
it is.
absolutely what that is.
All right. And the Mobile Fire Department, we know what that means. It means we're getting ready for a break, and we still got some food and music. Steve, we want to thank you for being on the balcony
Hey, I
with
had a
us.
blast,
so much.
guys.
Wasn't it fun? Oh, look at you. You're covered in beads.
And he's leaving with all of his fingers and toes.
And a lot of bounty,
Some
too.
of them are numb.
Make sure you get some of those Skittles on the way out. Some ramen, too. Oh, he
I
can't
got
take
the Skittles.
He can't take the ramen.
No.
Sounds like a disease, doesn't it? All right. Here comes the beautiful guys in yellow to take care of the mess left behind. In the meantime, we're going to go to the break. We got more music and more food and more fun as we celebrate Mardi Gras 2019.
Welcome back to the UTV 44's coverage of the Order of Inca. The parade may be over, but we're still having fun welcoming in the gorgeous Lauren Murphy. Thank you so much for playing for us earlier. And then she was actually here last year, and she obviously had fun. The cruise didn't scare her away last year, so she came back. Lauren, what's your favorite part of celebrating Mardi Gras with the UTV 44 crew?
Well, I grew up in Louisiana, so I know all about Mardi Gras. But there's something special about Mobile and WPMI and the NBC crew here that really makes me feel at home. And being up here and being able to watch the sheer talent that we have locally is such a gift. I mean, y'all saw the before, this is the after, so yeah.
You really look the part, and of course she's gorgeous. Now we're gonna hear the part. What are you playing for us first?
I'm gonna play a song off of the new psychedelic CD that we're going into Dolphin Street Sound to record in April, and it's called Psychedelicize.
Take it away, Lauren.
Thanks, Tara. have an addiction, be it fact or fiction. Maybe it's religion, or self-aggrandized visions. In this tower of Babel, transmitting the vibes, 1 million likes to live or die by. Can you see the colors through the lies? We've got to psychedelicize. We've got to manifest the mind. We've got to defy time before we die. Manifest the mind. My God, she is we. I want to be free from this human misery. But when I fly high in the sky, I'm not here. And everywhere, everywhere. Psychedelicize. We've got to manifest the mind. We've got to turn hate to kind before we die. Manifest the mind. Can you see the colors through the light? All right, I'm gonna give y'all one more. This is off of my last record, El Dorado, which I will be re-releasing for its 5th year anniversary at the Listening Room on March 10th. It's called Texas Ellen. Can't have you, no one will. Yeah. She came from Texas to stake her claim, the oldest profession. Ellen knew the game, wide-eyed and willing. She caught the eye of a devil creeping out the central mind. Lover, lover, where did you go? Down in the valley, valley so low. Lover, lover, where have you been? If I can't have you, no one will, no one will. Yeah, he was not handsome, he was not kind.
Yes. She does, and you know, the Order of Inca didn't hold back. Tell us about your first experience on the Hargrove Controls and Automation's balcony. I saw her catching some things, not all with her hands though. Yeah.
It was kind of wild.
It was very wild. Yes.
Did you get hit?
Yeah,
Where did you get hit?
on my face.
But she kept the beads, and look, she smiled through it just like a champ. And of course, as Darwin was mentioning, Frankie, Roosters, we're just like in awe of all of this food that we have in front of us. Talk briefly once again about your paleo, because I know we have a lot. It's still February. People are still trying to grind through their New Year's resolutions, keeping true to those.
Yeah, and even if you're not following like a diet or New Year's resolution, I mean, it's just you know, it's a fresh, delicious plate of food. I mean, it doesn't have any carbs or dairy, but it's still super delicious. It's you know, it's our grilled veggies. It's got a homemade chimichurri sauce, which is like an Argentine, like an herby kind of garlicky sauce. And then we have it designed so you can choose your own protein. In this case, we have brisket, but we also offer fish, shrimp, steak, veggies, pork, all kinds of different stuff. Yeah.
Really good.
That's the chimichurri sauce. It's a sauce from Argentina that is composed of garlic, Italian parsley, vinegar, olive oil. It's just like a really just herby. Like that. Yeah. It's we use red wine vinegar, so it's got a little sweetness to it. Yeah, and it's just like if you love garlic, you'll love a chimichurri sauce.
Well, I asked Frankie. I said, you know, lately I've had I haven't kind of watched my diet a little bit because I've got a slight blood pressure problem, a little high blood pressure, nothing serious, but I want to bring it down. And you said this is a better choice.
I think that would be a better choice. Yeah, for sure. You know, it like I said earlier, it doesn't weigh you down. I mean, it's like a fresh plate of food that's made from scratch that, you know, you can walk away feeling good about.
I could eat it all.
Yeah, and like many of us, after a stressful Mardi Gras, even though it was a lot of fun, we may need to chill out with a drink, but if you are in the area, downtown Mobile, go by happy hour at Roosters.
Now, you got a good margarita, I bet.
We got a great margarita. We make our in scratch. We do seasonal fruit margaritas. We always have a strawberry margarita. We have a hibiscus margarita. We have mango. Right now we're doing a Hawaiian margarita, which is kind of like a pineapple strawberry margarita. Yeah, and I mean, you know, we're a small family-run place. We all do it from scratch. My wife makes a lot of the stuff. She makes like the Hawaiian margarita. That was her thing. So she makes all the desserts. So I mean, just, you know, we got the kids in there working.
I gotta ask
sometimes.
Maria. I gotta ask Maria. It's like Bob's Burgers.
Yeah.
I gotta ask Maria. Maria, do you have a favorite that when you go there, you say, "Daddy, fix this for me"?
Mainly nachos.
It's mainly the nachos.
Yeah, I bet they're good, aren't they? Okay, all right.
And then
Well,
there's also a secret menu at Roosters, apparently.
What?
There's a Maria taco. It's not on the menu, but Mom makes it special for you. What is it?
It's a corn tortilla. Yeah, and it has beans, rice, guacamole, chorizo, and some cilantro.
Ooh, chorizo.
Cilantro. She's got fancy taste.
Very good.
And she's not afraid of spicy stuff, which is pretty cool. She likes to put hot sauce on it. And chorizo's, you know, got a kick. You know, it's kind of spicy.
Well, she's got good taste because of chorizo and cilantro. Oh, man, that's really good stuff. Okay, Monday Night's Parade. We got the Order of Many Faces, but before that, the Order of Venus will be running, so it's a double header, so you want to be here to watch that especially. It's going to be a lot of fun, just like tonight.
Yeah, and I want to give a shout-out to the Public Works crew. I mean, if you look out on the street, it's already as if it didn't even happen.
But you could hear it go by.
We could hear it go by during the interviews, and then, of course, our first responders as well. And
our sponsors, too.
Our sponsors that make this all possible.
Navigator Credit Union, 5 locations in Mobile and Baldwin County.
And then the Eastern Shore Boot Store and the iconic Hargrove Controls and Automations that allow us this space to broadcast, enjoy the music, and then enjoy the delicious food.
Lauren Vaughn, thank you so much for being here for our musical guest today. And Frankie, we want everybody to come see you at Roosters on Dolphin Street.
And Maria, come and see Maria too.
Right. We will see you Monday night. Have a great weekend, everybody. Come out tomorrow night, enjoy the parades, watch the weather, and watch NBC 15. We'll be there Monday morning, and you'll be there at noon.
Absolutely. Laissez-les,
bon temps roulé.
Her eyes were bloodshot red. He said to the crowd around me, good God, she's lying there dead. You let her go